Good afternoon and welcome once again to the Athens Weekly Update with the Mayor and, of course, with our esteemed weather expert, Kyle Johansson. Kyle, do you want to give us what we have in store for the next 7 days here in the city of Athens?
So today we'll look for sunny, high of 58. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 32. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 47. Tomorrow night's mostly clear, low of 21. Friday, sunny, high of 44. Friday night's clear, low of 23. Saturday, sunny, high of 42. Saturday night's clear, low of 20. Sunday, sunny, high of 47. Sunday night, mostly clear, low of 21. Monday, partly cloudy, high of 54. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 23. Next Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 62. Next Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 43. And next Wednesday, mostly cloudy, high of 66 and low of 52 with showers.
There you go, 66 and 52. That'll make Autumn Brown really happy, I think. I think it'll make most of us happy. Kyle, let's move on to the coronavirus updates.
So today there have been now over 2,000 new positive cases in the state of Ohio, bringing the total of cases over 970,000, 16,739 deaths. Nationwide, 28.9 million deaths, approaching 530,000 deaths. And globally, nearly 120 million cases and approaching 3 million deaths. In the United States now has authorized the third COVID vaccine, Johnson & Johnson, and only one dose will be easier to transfer to people and will be easier to get rid of.
Which is such great news. The city, as well as across the nation, we're flying the flag at half-mast for 5 days due to the United States going over the 500,000 mark, which was incredibly sad. Here in the city of Athens, the numbers have come in. Typically when we're doing these updates, they don't come in until after we give the updates. But for today, the change here in Athens County, 7 new cases. We haven't been in the single digits of new cases in a long time. So that's good news, bringing the total of active cases to 302. I cannot stress this enough. Because these numbers are going down, do not let your guard down when it comes to a killer such as COVID-19. Don't. Wear your mask when you're out in public and entering into places that are open to the public. Remember to maintain social distancing, and more to come on some of the more recent changes from the governor's office and ODH, but we'll get to those in just a moment. Kyle, let's talk about all things OU sports and maybe even Copperheads. I think you gave an update last week, but it's always good to remind people about the Copperheads team this summer.
So tonight, the women's basketball team is at Akron at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, soccer is at home against Miami at 3 p.m. Baseball at Friday. Volleyball on Friday, 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Swimming and diving, senior day, 11 a.m. Women's basketball, senior day at 1 p.m. Baseball doubleheaders. Sunday baseball. And then next week is the MAC tournament for women's and men's basketball teams.
Great.
And then the Copperhead season for this year has been canceled until 2022 due to this COVID pandemic. And then by this time next year should be back to somewhat more normal. We're already getting close to that right now.
Let us hope. Let us hope. And I certainly do. Kyle, as usual, thank you. You're great. You're wonderful. It's always fantastic having you on this show. So stay safe and well, my friend, and say hello to your family for me.
You too. See you next week.
All right. Today, I've got some really special guests for a really special reason here in the city of Athens and beyond. We've got City Council member Arian Smedley, whose day job is working with Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities. We also have Autumn Brown from the same organization, and we have Jason Licht, who is with us here today. So, Arian, I'm going to pass the baton to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for having us here today. It is a special day and a special month. March is Developmental Disability Awareness Month. And this is a time when we can raise awareness about the contributions that people with developmental disabilities bring to our communities. It's also a good time to raise awareness about some of the barriers that they still may face in their communities. So this year's theme for Developmental Disability Awareness Month is Healthy You, Healthy Me, Healthy Community. And we chose this theme because we wanted to shine a spotlight on all the hard work that everyone has been doing to keep people safe during the pandemic. And so you'll be seeing a number of things coming out from our organization around this theme. We do traditionally have a number of large in-person gatherings during this month, but we won't be doing that this year. It'll be all virtual. And Jason here in a moment will talk to you about why we're doing it all virtual this year. And then Autumn, who serves as the director of Integrate Athens, which is a part of the County Board of DD, will spell out all the different things that we're doing this month. And hopefully we'll get some other folks joining us and they can enjoy some of the activities that we have lined up. So I'll turn it over to Jason now, who is one of our advocacy ambassadors, and he'll tell you a little bit more about why we're doing all virtual this year.
Thank you, Mayor Patterson and esteemed colleagues or people. My name is Jason Licht, and I would just like to say that we're doing everything virtually to keep everybody safe during the pandemic. We hope you enjoy our presentations. We're going to do a couple lunch and learns and some things like that to inspire and help educate all of us during this difficult time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason. Autumn, did you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing? And I was going to pull up my screen to show people where they can find out more as you're talking.
Great, please do. So yeah, as Jason had started to share, rather than doing all of our face-to-face March on Court Street, Developmental Disability Awareness Festival at the Community Center, that we enjoy bringing the community together so much, we have lined up a much safer, due to the pandemic, line of events. And so our March on Court Street has gone virtual with a video. Thanks to everyone in the community who contributed photos and things. And so our Athens County Board of DD website, you can go to that and you can click on the link. You can find it on our Integrate Athens Facebook page. And we're just doing a March on Court Street virtually, trying to celebrate as best we can. And then we have continued our tradition of working with the Athens County Commissioners and the City of Athens, hoping to declare the month of March in Athens County and the City Developmental Disability Awareness Month. And so that's why we're here today. As Jason had shared, Jason is going to be one of the presenters this month for our virtual lunch and learn. And so we had one this Tuesday talking about ableism. People have heard about racism and sexism, and ableism is the discrimination of people with disabilities. And so we're trying to get the word out and help people better understand what that means and what they can do to help make our community more inclusive. So those virtual lunch and learns, there's a Zoom link also on our website, as well as all of our Facebook pages that you can find and join. And it's a really relaxed, open conversation. We present everyone with some great information. We have some great presenters. Billy Peacock, a longtime advocate for Athens County, is going to be presenting as well, telling the story about his life. Billy was one of the key members of our advocacy team that, you're fine, Jason. One of our key members of our advocacy team that went to the state and got the word retarded taken out of the state name. And so Billy is going to be presenting, and then we're going to have another couple of panel discussions talking about inclusion and ableism. So Arian has been working really hard. One of her projects every year is to help create our special edition. And so we reach out to all of our community partners, our departments within the county board, people we support, and ask them to contribute their stories about what's happening in the lives of people with disabilities. And so that is going to be coming out and published on March 17th. And so hopefully everyone can check that out and share it on your social media. And then one of our keynote speakers, we have secured Noah Tremblay, who is a longtime Athens resident. And Noah shares, he has his own business, and he's going to share his story of his life having a disability and the many barriers he's faced, as well as the amazing life he's led. Noah's really adventurous. And then he's going to be talking about inclusion. And so again, on our website and our Facebook pages, you can find the event and the link to join that. So we have a lot of great things lined up. Even though we can't be together face to face, I'm excited. You know, we're following the Copperheads and keeping everything safe. And we're hoping that next year we can get back in action, marching on Court Street and having our big festival. So thank you for having us.
Thank you, Autumn, and thank you, Jason. And now, Mayor Patterson, as Autumn mentioned, we're here today to share everything that we got going on this month, but also to ask if you'd be so kind to declare March Developmental Disability Awareness Month in the city of Athens.
Well, it just so happens that I happen to have a proclamation right here that I am more than happy to read and declare this month National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So let me read it to you. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas March has been recognized as the National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month since 1987, the campaign seeks to raise awareness about the inclusion of people with developmental disabilities in all areas of community life, as well as awareness to the barriers that people with disabilities still sometimes face in connecting with the community in which they live. And whereas the most effective way to increase this awareness is through everyone's active participation in community activities and the openness to learn and acknowledge each individual's contributions. And whereas policies must be developed, attitudes shaped, and opportunities offered that allow people with developmental disabilities to live as independently and productively as possible in our communities. And whereas the City of Athens is proud of community partners such as the Athens County Board of Developmental Disabilities, whose vision is an integrated and inclusive Athens County and provides vital support and resources to nearly 700 residents with developmental disabilities and their families. And whereas we encourage all citizens to foster and support opportunities that include access to education, housing, employment, and recreational activities. And whereas this year the theme is Healthy You, Healthy Me, Healthy Community, serving as a call to action to challenge those of all abilities to connect with one another, to better promote inclusion in Athens County. Now, therefore, I, Steve Patterson, the mayor of the city of Athens, Ohio, do hereby proclaim March 2021 as Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month and offer full support to the efforts to assist people with developmental disabilities to make choices that enable them to live successful lives and realize their potential I urge all citizens to join in this celebration by spreading awareness of the many contributions offered by people with developmental disabilities here in our community. I would be remiss not to say that we do really miss our part-time employee, William, or Bill as we would call him, who was hired part-time by the city pre-pandemic for a while to help with beautifying the uptown area. And Autumn, to your point, and Arian, I'm really hopeful, and Jason, hopeful that as we safely get through this pandemic, that we can go back to having wonderful employees like William working for the city once again. So thank you to all of you. I'm always excited when we get to March, one, because we're on the doorstep of spring and better weather, but also because it is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So thank you to all of you for all your work. Jason, it's great seeing you. And hopefully we will get to see you again soon. And I, in person, can't come fast enough in my mind.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you, Autumn, and thank you, Jason, for taking the time as well. And we'll see you virtually soon.
Okay. I will see you every Monday, except for the 5th Monday of the month.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
All right. I've got several other items to bring up, and then I have another proclamation. So I'll get to the final proclamation in a moment. The Athens City County Health Department is now scheduling individuals age 60 and older, pregnant women, bone marrow transplant recipients, and people with type 1 diabetes, as well as people with ALS for the COVID-19 vaccine. Something else that's new is that they are also inviting childcare service providers, law enforcement, corrections, funeral services, employees also to come and be vaccinated. There will be a large shot clinic taking place this Friday, March 5th, again at the Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine's Heritage Hall on West Union. To schedule an appointment, please call 592-0899. Again, that's 592-0899 to schedule a time slot in which you can get yourself vaccinated. That is at a temporary line because they were having a lot of trouble with their phone system, and some of you may have experienced that. But the number, like I said, is 592-0899. And they thank you for your patience in waiting when they did go through that unfortunate outage with their phone system. There are two new changes to health orders that were put in place by the Ohio Department of Health as well as the governor's office. Ryan has just brought those up, so thank you, Ryan and Scott, for your outstanding work with the city government channel. Mass gatherings in sport and entertainment venues, that's where the change is the First Amendment revising the order to limit and or prohibit mass gatherings in the state of Ohio with the exceptions. The changes now are wedding receptions, funerals, proms, and other events, whether or not food is being served. Banquet facilities shall comply to include the face coverings and so on and so forth. Events at banquet centers no longer have the 300-person limitation as long as they can comply with other health orders. The Second Amendment is the maximum number of spectators at any indoor sports venue shall now be 25%. I believe that before it was 15%. 25% of the fixed seating capacity. Maximum number of spectators permitted at any outdoor sports venue shall be 30% of the fixed seating. There's been a change to patrons of indoor entertainment venues to 25%. And then finally, patrons gathering in outdoor entertainment venues shall be 30% 30% of the fixed seating capacity. These may continually change, and that's all, again, based upon how things are looking here in the state of Ohio with the COVID-19 pandemic. Other updates, Engineering and Public Works, the Stimson Avenue AEP update. AEP is still going to be working on Carpenter Street, State Street, Stimson Avenue intersection. They will have to have a full intersection closure. And there will be it closed 8 times between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and then the intersection will be opened up again. The intersection is expected to be closed for 10 minutes during each closure period. So just be aware of that they will be closing it so that the AEP linemen can relocate poles and get the overhead lines attached or affixed to those. 2nd Street closure, this is going to be March 3rd today, between North Lancaster and Slaughter, or as a lot of us locals, South Laughter. But Slaughter Street, 2nd Street, let's see, this will allow for the completion of a water line repair in that area. The intersection of Elizabeth and 2nd Street will also be closed. The closure is expected to occur between 8 a.m. this morning and 4 p.m. So hopefully that is still going to meet that timeline to be completed. If you have any questions related to engineering and public works, please feel free to call 593-7636. The Utility Billings Office is going to resume selling the Athens public transit bus passes. So please note that the individuals needing passes may purchase them on Wednesdays and Thursdays between 10 a.m. and noon here at the city building. When you arrive at the city building, please call the utility billing office. I believe the number is posted outside the second set of glass doors. You can call and they will assist you. The utility billing office will assist you. Face coverings / masks are required. The last thing is just to give you some updates on the upcoming meetings. Athens City Sustainability Commission will be meeting today. It will be at 6 p.m., 6 to 7. Planning Commission will be meeting tomorrow from noon to 1:30. The Joint Police Advisory Council will be meeting tomorrow as well, and that is 5 to 6 p.m. And as usual, Athens City Council will be meeting March 8th at 7:30 p.m. And if I am not mistaken, the month of March has a 5th Friday. So the last Monday of this month, there will not be a city council meeting. It will resume again the first Monday in April. I mentioned that I have another proclamation, and this is a proclamation for March 8th here in the city of Athens. And let me read this. The Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas celebrating its 110th anniversary, International Women's Day, March 8th of 2021, is a global day of recognition and celebration across the world, which attempts to eradicate discrimination against women. And whereas International Women's Day has had a profound impact on helping to change attitudes about women and girls and to increase opportunities for women. And whereas International Women's Day enables women and girls in Athens, Ohio, and globally to make the most of their abilities as they work to achieve their goals and dreams. And whereas our city, Athens, Ohio, and the world are increasingly reaping the rewards of women's talents, accomplishments, and perspectives. And whereas Choose to Challenge is the 2021 theme for the International Women's Day. And by honoring honoring equal opportunities and equal rights for women, we in Athens, Ohio, help ensure progress for all citizens. Now, therefore, I, Steve Patterson, the mayor of the city of Athens, Ohio, do hereby proclaim Monday, March 8th, 2021, as International Women's Day in the city of Athens. And I urge all members of our community to join in recognizing and in recognition of International Women's Day. That is all I have for today. So keep in mind, March 8th is International Women's Recognition Day, and the month of March is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So a lot to celebrate here in our community, in the state, across the nation, and around the globe. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you will join me again next week for the